Welcome to this explainer. I am so incredibly excited about today's topic because we're taking a fascinating journey into a timeless tale of human dignity, societal norms, and the true meaning of friendship. We're breaking down the legendary historical narrative of Krishna and Sudama. Now, whether you're already familiar with this story or you're hearing it for the very first time, the insights it offers about how we value human connection, well, they're profoundly relevant today. Let's dive in.
The core lesson we're unpacking today really boils down to this. Friendship and humanity should not be weighed on the scales of wealth or poverty. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? But actually living that out, that is incredibly difficult. So let's look at how this profound idea was put to the absolute ultimate test in one of the most dramatic and highly observed reunions in history.
Section 1. The contrast in Dwarka, a collision of two vastly different worlds.
Let's start by looking at the stark physical reality of the situation. Picture the overwhelming disparity here. In the majestic kingdom of Dwarka, a place literally glowing with valuable gems, there is absolutely no shadow of poverty. It's all immense, glittering wealth. Yet arriving at its gates is Sudama, bringing the staggering, harsh reality of destitution right to the doorstep of luxury. It's a total collision of worlds.
And you really get a sense of his absolute destitution from the raw, poetic descriptions in the source text. No turban on his head, a torn dhoti on his body, barefoot, frail, and exhausted. I mean, he's traveled an immense distance, and his physical state shows it. He has no shoes, his clothes are practically falling apart, and he is physically drained. He's standing at the pinnacle of societal success, looking like the absolute bottom of the social ladder.
But here's the thing. Despite having literally nothing material to his name, he carries the heavy emotional weight of a past bond. He's a man standing at the threshold of ultimate wealth, armed with absolutely nothing but childhood memories. Imagine the immense psychological pressure he's facing. No gold, no gifts, no status. Just the fragile belief that his childhood friend, who is now a powerful king, will actually remember him?
Moving forward, let's see how people react. Section 2. The Illusion of Society, how the world judges a book by its cover.
So how does society view this staggering difference? Well, the guards and the citizens on the street completely mock Sudama. They see a crazy, poor beggar who simply doesn't belong there. They honestly think he's lost his mind just for claiming to be the king's friend. But you have to contrast that harsh societal prejudice against Krishna's internal view. Krishna knows the divine truth, that Sudama is incredibly brave, deeply devoted, and a truly supreme friend.
But seeing Sudama go through all this humiliation leads us to a massive question. A question that, actually, even Krishna's own wife asked him in the source material. If Krishna is all-knowing, and he sees his dear friend suffering at the gates, being laughed at by the public, why didn't he go out and meet him earlier? Why let him endure this painful mockery?
Let's explore his fascinating reasoning. Section 3. Krishna's divine philosophy, the hidden mechanics of timing and karma.
Krishna explains that any premature intervention, like, say, meeting him disguised as a traveler on the road earlier on, would have been an illusion. He compares previous incomplete encounters to trying to catch the moon's reflection in water. It looks real, sure, but there's no actual substance. Intervening too early would have completely lacked the depth of a true reunion, depriving both of them of the real joy of their bond.
It all ties into the universal law of karma. Sudama literally had to complete his difficult journey to prove his worthiness to the world. It happened in steps. Step 1, the action of walking the hot, burning earth barefoot. Step 2, the struggle of enduring that harsh societal humiliation. All of that was leading to Step 3, the divine reward. You see, Krishna didn't want this to just be a quiet, private meeting. He wanted a historic, world-changing reunion meant to teach the entire world.
And now we reach the absolute climax of our explainer. Section 4. The Historic Reunion, when the Lord of the Universe breaks all the rules.
The royal guards finally go inside the palace, and they are thoroughly confused by this visitor's audacity. They ask for permission to speak, basically saying that a strange, practically delirious man is demanding to see the king. They have no idea how to handle the situation because it falls completely outside all their normal royal protocols.
They describe a frail, barefoot Brahmin in torn clothes claiming to be a friend. They list out all his physical flaws, the lack of a turban, the ragged clothes, the barefoot misery, completely oblivious to the incredible spiritual bond he holds. They're basically giving Krishna all the worldly reasons why this beggar should be turned away,
totally expecting the king to agree and dismiss him.
And then they say his name, Sudama. The moment that single word is spoken, all royal protocol is instantly shattered. The guards say it casually, right? But for Krishna, that name is a spark that ignites a magnificent fire.
I absolutely love this quote from the text because it captures the beautiful, chaotic joy of the moment. He ran like a frantic wind, leaving behind his throne and crown, rushing barefoot towards his friend. Think about that. The king of a magnificent empire, leaving his throne, his crown literally falling away, not even bothering to put on his shoes, stumbling over maids and guards, running like a frantic wind. The entire court is absolutely stunned.
Meanwhile, outside the gates, the delay has been a bit too much for Sudama. His pride is almost forcing him to retreat back to his life of poverty, thinking, he's a king now, he's forgotten me. But Krishna stops Sudama just as he is about to walk away in shame. The timing is absolutely perfect. Just as Sudama turns to leave, Krishna arrives, stopping him in his tracks and embracing him fiercely, right in front of the entire stunned city.
Let's unpack the final, timeless lesson embedded in this beautiful conclusion. Section 5. True definition of friendship, shattering the scales of wealth and poverty.
At first, Sudama is still totally paralyzed by society's rules. He tells Krishna, "Don't bring me inside. My rags will humiliate your royal status." But the crucial point here is how Krishna's absolute validation completely overrides Sudama's deep societal shame. Krishna flips the script entirely, declaring that the dust from Sudama's tired bare feet actually purifies his magnificent palace. He completely obliterates the idea that poverty is something to be ashamed of.
To really distill all of this down, these are the core, timeless takeaways that this historical event was meant to teach the world. Friendship has absolutely no hierarchy. Material wealth does not dictate human worth. True love and devotion are completely selfless. Kings and beggars are absolutely equal in the realm of true bonds. Krishna orchestrated this massive public spectacle just so humanity would remember these exact rules forever.
So what does this all mean for us? I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought about how you view and value the people in your own life today. Are you weighing your own relationships on the scales of wealth, status, and appearance? It's so easy to fall into the trap of those guards, judging people by their clothes or their job titles. But the true challenge, the real lesson from Krishna and Sudama, is to look past the torn clothes and see the human being standing right in front of you. Keep questioning, keep learning,